Hi everyone, I'm Himani, and this is Lippy. Say hello to Lippy. She's the only plant that I've managed not to kill so far. Um, I am doing this video because I've decided to do poetry readings in addition to everything else that I do on my account, which is basically me trying to paint stuff and posting about like my favorite artists and people that I like, and sometimes friends who write poetry and stuff like that, because I believe it's really important to support people who create poetry and who create art, and it's important to support your local artists, which I feel you should do as well. Um, I've started to do this poetry reading because poetry is something that I really love, but I don't find a lot of time for. And I feel like I want to sort of reconnect with that. And one way to do that is to read your suggestions and then come across new poems and then read them, understand them, and then share them with everybody who's part of this community. Um, Today, I have decided to read a poem that one of my really good friends and a lovely person, Tanishq Pant, hi Tanishq, has recommended that I read. It's called um, it's called 830 Fireplace Road, and it's by a poet called John Yao, who has Chinese heritage, but he grew up in the States, and he is writing this poem about something that the painter Jackson Pollock said. Jackson Pollock wrote, "When I am in my painting, I am not aware of what I'm doing. It's only after a sort of get acquainted period that I see what I have been about. I have no fears about making changes, destroying the image, etc., because the painting has a life of its own." I don't know if I agree with Pollock and the way that, and the way that I suppose that's his process of doing things. And the very interesting thing about art is that there's so many different ways that you can do everything. Um, but what I found really fascinating about it is that this is poetry about art, but it's also poetry about the process of creating art and poetry itself. So when the poet's writing about Jackson Pollock's painting process, he's also sort of writing about the way that he interacts with his art, which is poetry. Okay, here it goes. 830 Fireplace Road, John Yao. When I am in my painting, I'm not aware of what I'm doing. When aware of what I am in my painting, I'm not aware. When I am my painting, I'm not aware of what I am. When when, what of, when in. I'm not painting my eye. When painting, I am in what I'm doing, not doing what I am. When doing what I am, I'm not in my painting. When I am off my painting, I'm not aware of when, of what I'm doing, I'm not aware. I'm painting. Of what, when, my, I, painting, in painting. When of what, in when, in what painting. Not aware, not in, not of, not doing. I am in my I. In my am, not am in my, not of when I am of what, painting what when I am, of when I am, doing, painting. When painting, I am not doing, I am in my doing, I am painting. Um, Thank you so much for coming to this session. And I hope that we can continue this. And I would really like it if you guys could send in your favorite poems and I could read them for you. And we can, if you'd like, we can discuss them further. However you'd like, you could DM me and I could have discussions on what I thought about the poem. And yeah, thank you so much for this. And let's keep this going.